What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about syrup today, Maple Finance, at the request of Benjamin Carter. Ben, we're doing this for you. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 19th of June. Here we are at about 49.5 cents, 7 hours, 45 minutes left in the day. Finding some resistance here, rejecting the overbought zone on the daily time frame. You've got lower highs, lower highs, lower highs galore. It's like this uptrend that you formed is slowly but surely rolling over, right? You can see it. I mean, you've got here. Let me just. You can literally see it. Let me show you. Okay. Let's see. From a high point to a high point here, connecting the dots, you can see you have that trend line. You take this high point to that high point there, connecting the dots. You have that trend line. We take this high point here to that high point there. You've got that trend line. Each trend line, the highs are slowly but surely what I like to call rolling over. We're rolling over. And typically, whenever you see rolling over in the price, and I wouldn't say we're at the point now where I would consider that we're like rolling over like this, but typically when you roll over, you do get a pretty big correction, right? And syrup, suffice to say, has been on a tear. It's basically been on a tear. The rest of the market's been having a hard time since May, and this thing's just been moving up day by day, slowly but surely, but also slowly but surely turning this momentum over on the RSI. You can see you've got lower highs here. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw some kind of correction here, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but 49 cents right now. I would expect to move down to at least 35 cents, at least there. If not, as crazy as it may or may not sound, all the way down to 27 cents. And what's going to happen is this is going to be so fast that by the time you're watching it and you have a moment to freak the hell out about it, you're going to recover. You're going to be moving up. It's not even going to be a thing to worry about. If you go down here, same thing. It might just be more dramatic. But the reality of the matter is, from a low to a high, you've seen a 6.5x, whereas the average coin, the average participant is nowhere near that right now, right? Even some of the top performers are nowhere near that right now. So that doesn't mean that you have to go down. Anything can happen. Nothing moves up in a straight line forever, and it does, I feel like, seem obvious that the momentum is changing here with the RSI. Yes. I'm the same guy that back here was bearish on this thing down to 28 cents or lower, right? And we missed it. We missed the target. I mean, we did go down, but we hit 31 cents, and we continued to climb afterwards. I forget when the last video was that I made, but I'm sure I was even bearish over here, right? But time will it will allow the price to go lower, and I think that we're seeing it. I think we're seeing the price roll over right now. Even at these high points, we can visibly see it. I want to put on some other indicators real quick. Let's get the MACD and the stochastic on there too. Stochastics have bearish divergence. The MACD has a little bearish divergence as well, actually. So you got bearish divergence across all three major indicators. Best case scenario, right? Statistically speaking, from here, you would actually go to the 382. So the best case scenario would be to bounce off the 236. And from here, at about 50 cents, that implies a drop that's just under 30%. And that makes sense to me, man. I mean, from a high to a low, I think you're getting off light and easy with a 35% drop overall. I think you're getting off very light and easy. Typically, we see a 40 to 60% drop for cryptos, especially after they do a run like this. And that 382 right there, 50%, right in the middle of what you'd expect on a powerful move. Typically, whenever you move down, you expect to go a little bit below the 382 and then come back up. But on a powerful move like this, you would look to find direct support at that 382. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's what we did, guys. 27 cents down there. Back to the point where this original divergence started, all the way back here at about 28 cents. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's where we went. Weekly time frame, bearish divergence on the weekly time frame, both on the stochastics and on the RSI. Looks like a bearish week right here. I mean, you got 3 days, 8 hours left. Let's see how it goes. 3 days. Is it 8 hours? 3 days, 7 hours, 40 minutes, whatever. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, and I love syrup. I love syrup, man. I think it's a great project. I really do. I'm not a hater. I'm definitely not a hater. People. It's funny, right? This is what happens. This is what happens from what I've noticed, and I haven't noticed it with the syrup crowd, but maybe I'm getting set up for it. Is that nobody has a problem with my TA whenever I'm calling for it to go up. Whether I'm holding it, whether I'm not holding it, that's not a factor, right? Nobody has a problem with it. But whenever I start to call for it to go down, all of a sudden I'm a hater. I'm a lover all the way up. I love this thing all the way up, but as soon as I call for it to go down, I'm just a hater. For some reason, I just have a vendetta against it. I just want to see it drop because I'm not holding enough. It didn't do what I thought it would do, so now I have a bearish vendetta. That's not the case. What's more likely is that people are just happy when I'm talking about their coin going up, and they're pissed whenever I'm talking about it going down, so they take out their emotions on me. So hopefully, if that's you, just learn from it, right? You might be upset right now, and I know I'm not talking to Ben. I know that you're not one of those people, but just anybody else who might be watching this, who might be feeling that, just reflect in on yourself. It might not seem like it. You might think, he's just trying to validate his BS, blah blah blah. And maybe I am. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think what's happening is exactly what I just said. But you'll know. Take this into consideration and remember this whenever we are at the low points. Remember how strong your emotions are right here, and it'll just set you up better for the next time, right? You'll better understand it next time. One thing that I will ask of anybody that's watching this video, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, if I'm right, if the price goes down to 28 cents or 27 cents, somewhere down in that area, and I have no guarantee that it will, but prior all-time highs, find support there. Hey, I'm just saying, if we take a low to a high, come on now. Why didn't it work? Hold on. What's going on here? Trading view's been glitchy for me today. Yeah, right there, 1272, 27 cents. If we go right there, right at these extensions, if we go down there and you're not selling here, please, for the love of all things holy, do not sell down there. If you're not going to sell the high, you better not sell the low. You have no business doing that, okay? If it drops and, I should have sold here, that's your emotional capacity is dwindling whenever you get, I don't know if that's the right phrase to use. Your emotional capacity for pain will diminish as the price goes down. You're going to be more scared. You're going to be frantic. But that all stems from the fact that retrospectively you could have sold at a relative high so that you could buy lower, right? If you're ever feeling panic, what I like to do, I like to play a little game with myself, a little mental game, okay? If the price, let's pretend the price is down here, okay, and you're panicking, you're feeling like, oh man, I should have sold, I made the wrong decision, damn it, I should just get out now, this thing's a piece of trash. My question to you would be, if you timed it perfectly and you sold here and then you bought down here, or then you saw the price down here, would you be more inclined to buy or walk away and be like, this thing's trash? You'd probably be more inclined to buy back, you know what I mean? So just play the game with yourself. What if you played it perfectly? What if you did it perfectly? Anytime that you're about to sell because of emotions, just play that little game with yourself, and you'll find most of the time that you're actually not in a good position to sell. You're in a better position to buy. Just all that to say, if you're not selling here, don't you dare sell there. You have no business doing that, okay? 1 hour time frame to validate. Let's see, 1 hour starting to look bearish. Yes, stochastics are looking bearish, and the MACD is below the zero. All of this looks bearish to me. I would think that means you're going lower. Just because you move higher than here, I mean, maybe you go up to 51 cents, whatever. That doesn't mean that you're absolved of going lower, but I do think you'll start seeing lower prices pretty soon. 4 hour time frame. You do have a little bullish divergence on the stochastics, a little bit, but it's not anything severe. Again, maybe you move up to 51 cents. Maybe you go all the way up to 54 cents, whatever, or even a slightly higher high than this, but you're not absolved of going lower. You're absolutely going to go lower, guys. Bullish divergence on the MACD too, but it's not validated yet. And the RSI, to me, looks like you want to go lower, actually. And I weigh on the RSI a lot more. Yeah. So that's the expectation. Something below this low here, but above this low here, right? Something between, if I really had to guess, I would say 27, let's see, low to high. 20, maybe not even below this low. Maybe you don't even go below this low. 27 cents to 36 cents, okay? If you hold 35.6 cents, if you can hold that as support, you're absolved of going to 27 cents, but you will at least go there, okay? At least. And because of how bullish you've been, I wouldn't be surprised at all if you did this uncommon thing and found support right at the 236. It is uncommon. It's the less common maneuver. It's much more common to go to the 382. But again, because of how bullish you've been, it wouldn't surprise me if you found support here. But I am calling personally for 27 cents. That's where I think you're going to go. That makes the most sense to me. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.